It was 11 p.m. on a Monday night. I clicked on one email, and in 10 seconds, I discovered that I wasn't the crazy, paranoid, insecure woman everyone, including him, told me I was. I was right all along. If you've ever been called crazy for trusting your gut, this video is for you. Today, I'm sharing the story of how I stayed in a relationship with a narcissistic sociopath who gaslit me so thoroughly that I literally started losing my hair, my weight dropped dangerously low, and I developed stress welts on my face, all while he convinced me, and everyone around me, that I was the problem. Here's what everyone tells you when you suspect your partner is cheating or lying. You're being paranoid. You're projecting from past relationships. He loves you. You need to trust him. If you keep accusing him, you'll push him away. The conventional wisdom says that if you're constantly suspicious, the problem is your insecurity, your trust issues, your damage from the past. That a healthy relationship requires blind trust, that doubting your partner makes you the toxic one. But here's what I learned the hard way. Your body knows before your brain catches up. That knot in your stomach, that's not anxiety. That's your nervous system detecting danger. That feeling that something's off even when everything looks perfect. That's not paranoia. That's pattern recognition. And when someone tells you you're crazy for noticing inconsistencies in their story, that's not love trying to reassure you. That's manipulation trying to silence you. In this video, I'm going to take you through my entire story, from the love bombing that made me ignore every red flag, to the moment I found undeniable proof, to the physical breakdown that nearly destroyed me, and finally to the recovery that taught me to trust myself above anyone else. I'm going to show you the exact tactics narcissistic sociopaths use, how to spot them, and most importantly, how to know you're not crazy when everyone around you says you are. And just so you know, this isn't theory. I lost 10 pounds. Clumps of my hair fell out in the shower. My face broke out in stress welts so badly that a casting director refused to audition me until I got better. That's what staying with a narcissist while everyone tells you you're imagining things does to your body. So if you're currently lying in bed at 2 a.m. wondering if you're overreacting, stay with me, because 9 years later, I can tell you you're probably not. Let's go back to where it started. It was a week before my 30th birthday, and I was in love. We'd only been dating 8 months, but in my mind, we were already planning our forever. He told me about the diamond he had, the one he couldn't wait to put on my finger. He talked about how excited he was that I was going to be the mother of his children, and I believed every word, because for the first time in my life I thought, this is what love is supposed to feel like. But let me back up, because that's not where the story actually begins. When I first met him a few years earlier, everything in my gut said, he's trouble, not in a mysterious, exciting way, in a danger way. Something about him felt off. I'd heard stories from mutual friends about how he'd treated other women. I'd seen red flags in how he operated. But when I returned to New York City after a brief stint in LA, heartbroken from a toxic relationship, and terrified about my future, his charm was everything I thought I needed. Picture this. I just lost my financial independence as a commercial actress thanks to the recession. I was about to embark on Plan B, becoming a yoga teacher, which scared the hell out of me. And here was this guy, swooping in like a knight in shining armor. After only 1 month of dating, he offered to take me into his home. 1 month. And I said yes. Because every morning, I'd wake up to breakfast before teacher training. I'd come home to flowers because he was so proud of me. The passion, the deep conversations, the romantic gestures, the grandiose declarations of love. His friends and family even confirmed that he'd been in love with me for so long. It was intoxicating. It was overwhelming. It felt like fate. So when my body started sensing something wasn't right a few months in, when that same gut instinct that warned me in the beginning started screaming again, I did what so many of us do. I asked my trusted, intelligent sister friends for advice, And you know what they said? He's head over heels for you. You're just projecting past heartbreaks onto him. Let that land. Pause the video for a second and tell me, have you ever ignored red flags because everyone around you said the relationship was perfect? Drop a in the comments if this hits home. I want to know I'm not alone in this. Brief pause, because here's what made this different from my past heartbreaks. I'd been through painful breakups before. I knew what heartbreak felt like, but I had never felt purposefully separated from a boyfriend's female friends before. I had never felt lied to about minute things, like where they were or who they were with. Heartbreak was familiar territory, but cheating and deceit, that was new. As the months went on, my paranoia escalated. His behavior got more suspicious, and the fights got uglier. Every time I brought up my concerns, he'd tell me I needed help dealing with my demons, that there was no conspiracy theories to hurt me, that I was creating problems that didn't exist, and the guilt and shame I felt for being so crazy, it was unbearable. I started thinking, maybe I don't deserve his love, maybe I'm too damaged, maybe I'm the problem. Shift tone, more vulnerable. So I did what felt like the only option. I kept going. I drove my friends insane, analyzing every new red flag, and then, in the saddest attempt at convincing myself everything was fine, I started over-posting love-dovey pictures on social media. You know those couples whose Instagram looks absolutely perfect, but behind the scenes it's chaos? Yeah, that was us. But then came that Monday night, a week before my 30th birthday, the night that changed everything, the night I finally found out I wasn't crazy after all. I'm going to tell you exactly what I found, but first I need you to understand how I even ended up on his computer that night, because I swear to you I had never snooped before in my entire life. Before I tell you about that Monday night, I need you to understand something. I was not a snooper. In 30 years, I had never invaded a boyfriend's privacy. Not once. I didn't go through phones. I didn't check emails. I didn't interrogate. That just wasn't who I was. So on this particular Monday night in 2011, when he kissed me goodbye, told me how much he loved me, and left the apartment, I had zero intention of looking through anything. In fact, for the first time in months, I actually felt relieved. I knew exactly where he was going. For once, his story made sense. The anxiety that had been my constant companion, it was quiet. I poured myself a glass of red wine, curled up on the couch, and started looking over the invite for my birthday party on his computer. And this is where I believe the universe intervened, because innocently, and I mean that, I clicked on the little white envelope icon at the bottom of his screen, his email, and there they were, multiple, racy emails. To his ex. Your voice message made me want to have phone sex with you. Sorry I missed you. I was at a wedding, which of course made me think of you the whole time. A wedding we were at together. A wedding where I took care of his puking, hungover ass the next morning, while he was texting her about how much he missed her. My stomach dropped. My breath was just gone. And my clothes, the warm, cozy clothes I'd been wrapped up in, were immediately drenched in sweat. I want you to understand what that moment felt like. It wasn't relief. It wasn't even anger yet. It was this horrible, sickening mix of vindication and devastation. Because on one hand, I finally had proof. Proof that I wasn't crazy. Proof that my instincts were right. Proof that the person I loved had been lying to me. But on the other hand, I was right. And being right meant my entire reality was about to shatter. I need to know something. What time is it where you are right now? Because I found those emails at 11 p.m. on a Monday, and I've learned that these moments, these life-changing, gut-wrenching discoveries, they happen at specific times that we never forget. So timestamp your moment of truth in the comments. Whether it was finding texts, seeing something on social media, or overhearing a conversation. What time was it? I'll start 11 p.m., Monday, January 2011. Your turn. When he came home, and I confronted him, you know what he did? He came up with the most cockamamie excuses I have ever heard. Excuses I so desperately wanted to believe. He got down on his knees. He cried actual tears, and I mean real, streaming down his face tears. He begged me to forgive him, and then he said it again. I want to put that diamond on your finger. You're the love of my life. Please don't leave me. And here's the part I'm most ashamed to admit. It took everything in me to leave, everything. And even after I did, in true form of the classic dance between a narcissist and an empath, I allowed myself to get sucked back in, because without him, I felt like what I imagine a drug addict feels like going through withdrawal. He had been my external source of love, the love I wasn't able to give myself. I was so desperate to get things back to the way they were in the beginning, back to the love bombing, the flowers, the breakfast, the declarations, that I did my best to accept and forgive his laughable explanations, just so we could move forward, just so I didn't have to feel that unbearable withdrawal. But I'm sure it won't shock you to hear that things continued to get worse, because narcissistic sociopaths, they don't stop, they double down. And what happened next? The puppy, the underwear, the other woman, the complete unraveling of my physical and mental health. It's a textbook example of what happens when you stay with someone who's systematically destroying you. But I didn't know that yet, because I was still convinced that I was the problem. Let me tell you about the narcissist playbook. Because once you know the patterns, you'll see them everywhere. And I wish someone had showed me this before I lost 10 pounds, clumps of my hair, and almost my entire sense of self. A few weeks after I found those emails, after I'd reluctantly taken him back, he surprised me one night with the most precious puppy. My heart wanted to melt. I wanted to see it as a grand gesture, a new beginning for us. But my body said bullshit. Because here's the thing, he didn't ask me. He didn't consult me. He just brought home a puppy and announced it was for us, to bring us closer together. We were supposedly working on our relationship to last a lifetime, but I didn't get a vote on bringing a living being into our lives. Something was off, but I rolled with it anyway. Then I found a pair of underwear that wasn't mine. Different size, different style, definitely not mine. When I asked him about it, he had an explanation. It was always an explanation, a reason, a justification that almost made sense, but felt just slightly wrong, and I let it go. Then I discovered he got the dog with another woman, not just any woman, someone I knew. But again, he had explanations, reasons why it made sense, why I was reading too much into it, and I let it go. Then a second pair of underwear appeared in the hamper, different from the first pair, still not mine. At this point, the universe was repeatedly serving me the ugly truth on a silver platter, and I kept pushing it away. Because here's what nobody tells you about being gaslit by a narcissist. You reach a point where you'd rather believe you're the crazy, paranoid, insecure woman he's painting you to be, than accept that the person you love is a textbook narcissistic sociopath that you feel incapable of not loving. And it wasn't just him convincing me I was crazy. Remember, my trusted, intelligent friends had already told me I was projecting, that he loved me, that I was the problem. So in my mind, if they were all wrong this whole time, if my instincts were right and everyone else was wrong, then maybe I really was certifiable. Because how could so many people be wrong about him, and I be the only one who sees the truth? And that's when my body started breaking down, not metaphorically, literally. I dropped 10 pounds. For someone who was already slim, that's significant. I looked gaunt, sick. Every morning in the shower, clumps of my hair would fall out. not a few strands, clumps. I'd watch them circle the drain and feel this detached horror, like I was watching someone else's life fall apart. And then the stress welts developed on my face. Red, angry, raised welts that no amount of concealer could hide. My physical appearance deteriorated so badly that my casting director told my agent he wouldn't audition me until I got better. I was a yoga teacher at this point. Every day, I'd stand in front of my students and preach peace, love, self-care, mindfulness, and I felt like a complete fraud. Because while I was teaching others how to find their center, I was literally dying inside. I need you to be really honest with me right now. Did your body try to warn you? Because emotional pain is one thing, but I'm talking about physical symptoms: weight loss, hair loss, skin issues, panic attacks, insomnia, stomach problems, your body literally breaking down under the stress of staying in something toxic. Comment below, what was your body trying to tell you? Let's stop pretending this stuff doesn't have real physical consequences. But here's what makes narcissistic sociopaths so insidious. They don't just lie to you. They don't just cheat on you. They make you doubt your own reality so thoroughly that you start wondering if you're having a psychotic break. They latch onto your weaknesses, and they do it strategically. They study you. They learn what makes you vulnerable, what makes you doubt yourself, what shame you're already carrying, and then they weaponize all of it against you. By June, about 8 months after I'd found those first emails, there was another shady situation, another fight, another moment where he made me feel insane for questioning him. And this time we had a blowout on the street, right there, in public. He was yelling at me about how paranoid I was, how exhausting I was, how he couldn't deal with my constant accusations. And then he did something that narcissists always do when they're about to discard you. He started telling everyone else that I was crazy before I could tell them the truth about him. After that final fight on the street, he texted my best friend, not me. My best friend. And you know what he said? Take care of Claire. She's crazy. I collapsed in her apartment that night, and for the first time in our entire relationship, I said something that felt true. For once, the man is telling the truth. I have gone absolutely crazy, because that's what it felt like in that moment. Not like I'd escaped something toxic, not like I'd finally seen the truth. It felt like I'd lost my mind, like the version of me who was confident, successful, intuitive, strong. She was gone, and in her place was this hollowed-out shell who couldn't trust her own thoughts. But as I embarked on what would be the most challenging road to recovery of my life, desperately searching for who I was again, something started happening. His tangled web of lies began to unravel, and not because I was digging, not because I was obsessively investigating. Through acts of what I can only call divine intervention, the truth started revealing itself. Remember that puppy he'd gotten for us? Well, when he first found the dog, he sent me a picture from the rescue. At the time, I was just excited about the dog. I didn't think twice about the photo. But weeks later, after the breakup, the lady detective I'd become had a hunch to go back and look at it. And that's when I saw it. He hadn't done a good enough job cutting his other girlfriend's face out of the picture. Let that land. When I confronted him about it, you know what he did? He vehemently denied it was her, claimed it was someone who worked at the rescue. And then, and this is the narcissist's signature move, he flipped it on me. I don't know if I can be with someone who constantly doubts my commitment to her, even with photographic evidence, even with her face literally cropped out of a picture he sent me. He still made it about my trust issues. But as more and more puzzle pieces came together, through conversations with mutual friends, through social media breadcrumbs, through my own pattern recognition, the full truth emerged. He was keeping me separate from the woman he got the dog with, a different woman from the emails, by the way, because he'd been dating her for over 4 months while he'd been dating me. Not just texting, not just flirting, full-on dating, making the same promises, doing the same love bombing, playing the same exact game with both of us simultaneously. And here's what still makes my blood run cold: the layers upon layers of lies and manipulation he pulled on myself and the other woman would inspire a lifetime movie script. The insidious part wasn't just that he cheated, or even that he gaslit us. It was his self-assuredness of his innocence even when confronted with hard evidence. The way he could look you dead in the eye, with proof of his lies right in front of him, and convince you that you were the one misunderstanding, that you were the one creating problems. That's not regular cheating. That's pathological. Okay, I need to create a global sisterhood right now. If you're going through this right now, if you're lying in bed wondering if you're crazy, if you're finding evidence but being told you're paranoid, what city or country are you in? Because I want you to see that you're not alone, that women all over the world are experiencing this same pattern. Drop your location below. Let's show each other we're not isolated in this. I'll start New York City, USA, 2011. Now, before we go further, I need to say this clearly. I am not a psychiatrist. I cannot officially diagnose anyone with a personality disorder. But my tireless research after this relationship, and trust me, I did years of research trying to understand what happened to me, reveals that his behavior demonstrates the majority of characteristics that fall under both narcissistic personality disorder and sociopathic personality disorder. This goes way beyond the description of a cheater's or liar. Narcissistic sociopaths follow a specific pattern. They idealize you. The love bombing phase, breakfast, flowers, diamond promises. They devalue you, making you feel crazy, paranoid, unworthy. They discard you, or prepare for it by smearing your reputation first, and they suck you back in until they can't get what they need from you anymore, get caught, or have a new victim to prey on. And here's the part that almost broke me more than the cheating. Not only do narcissistic sociopaths go to great lengths to gaslight you, hooking into all your weaknesses, convincing you you're the crazy one, but then they defame you to mutual friends, co-workers, anyone you both know. They make sure everyone learns how insane you are. It's a protective measure to preserve their image, the most priceless and precious asset they own. So by the time you finally break free and try to tell people what really happened, half of them already think you're unstable, because he got to them first. But here's what he didn't count on: me becoming the woman who could help other women spot these patterns before they lose themselves completely. After everything fell apart, after the truth came out, after I'd physically broken down, after I'd been labeled crazy by half our mutual friends, I did what you're probably doing or have done. I tried therapy, multiple therapists, actually, and I left most sessions feeling worse. I remember saying to a friend during that time, I just need someone a little older and wiser who gets all of me and understands what I've been through. I needed someone who wouldn't just tell me to move on or focus on the positive. I needed someone who understood the specific hell of being gaslit by someone with a personality disorder. Someone who got that. It wasn't just heartbreak, it was identity destruction. Someone who wouldn't judge me for how long it was taking to heal. Little did I know, I was going to become that person for other women like my lost 30-year-old self. But before I could help anyone else, I had to crawl my way back to myself. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was brutal. Because healing from a narcissistic sociopath isn't like healing from a normal breakup. It's not about getting over someone you loved. It's about relearning how to trust your own instincts after being told for months or years that your instincts are wrong. Rebuilding your sense of reality after someone systematically dismantled it. Forgiving yourself for staying, for ignoring red flags, for choosing someone who hurt you. Understanding that you weren't stupid or weak. You were targeted by someone who's an expert at manipulation. And most importantly, learning that loving someone with your whole heart was never the problem. His inability to receive that love healthily was 9 years later, and I want you to hear this because I need you to know healing is possible. I can now say no without apology. Ask for what I need in all my close relationships, especially with the love of my life, without shaming myself as too needy or unworthy. I'm obsessed with my boundaries in the healthiest way possible. I've gotten to know and authentically love who I am, regardless of who does or doesn't in my external world. And here's the big one. I trust my gut above everything else now. If something feels off, I investigate. I ask questions. I don't gaslight myself anymore. And if someone tells me I'm crazy for feeling what I feel, that's the reddest flag of all. I want to do something different right now. Tell me about the weather where you are. I know that sounds random, but here's why. Whether it's sunny or stormy or somewhere in between outside your window right now, I want you to know that your healing is coming. It might not feel like it today. You might be in the storm right now, but I promise you, and I don't make promises lightly, the weather changes. So comment below, what's the weather like where you are? Plus, where are you in your healing journey? Example, rainy in Seattle, 2 months post-breakup, still crying every day. Or sunny in Texas, 6 months out, starting to feel like myself again. Let's map this journey together. Here are the things I learned that nobody told me. 1. Your body will tell you the truth before your brain accepts it. Listen to the hair loss, the weight changes, the stomach knots, the sleepless nights. Your body is not betraying you. It's protecting you. 2. If you have to convince yourself someone loves you, they don't. Love doesn't require mental gymnastics to make sense. 3. Crazies is often what manipulators call women who see through their lies. If multiple people you trust are calling you paranoid, but your gut keeps screaming, trust your gut. 4. Healing isn't linear. Some days you'll feel strong, some days you'll want to text him. Both are part of the process. 5. The person you become after surviving a narcissist. She's powerful in ways the old you never was, because she knows her worth is non-negotiable. And I know you might be thinking, okay, but did you ever actually find healthy love? Yes. I'm now in a relationship with someone who has never once made me question my sanity. Someone who, when I express a concern, says, tell me more about that, instead of you're being paranoid. Someone whose words match their actions every single time. Someone who's proud that I have strong boundaries, not threatened by them. And the wild thing, it's so much easier than that toxic relationship ever was, because real love doesn't require you to lose yourself to keep it. Remember when I said I needed someone older and wiser who understood what I'd been through? I became her. Not just for myself, but for all the women out there who are lying in bed at 2 a.m., Googling, am I crazy for thinking he's lying? For all the women whose hair is falling out, but everyone keeps saying he's such a great guy. For all the women who feel like they're drowning while pretending everything is fine on Instagram. If that's you right now, this video is my older, wiser self reaching back through time to tell younger me and to tell you you're not crazy. You're not too much. You're not imagining things. And the woman you'll become on the other side of this, she's going to be so proud of the woman who had the courage to trust herself. Before we end this, I need to say a few more things, because if you've made it this far in the video, you're probably in one of a few places. Maybe you're watching this because you just found evidence and your hands are shaking. Maybe you're 3 months post-breakup and everyone keeps asking why you're not over it yet. Maybe you're years out and you clicked because the title brought back memories, or maybe you're still in it, still with someone who makes you feel crazy, and you're trying to figure out if what you're experiencing has a name. Wherever you are, I see you. If you're still in the relationship, I'm not going to tell you to leave. That's your decision and yours alone. But I will tell you this. If you're constantly questioning your reality, if your body is breaking down, If you're more anxious now than you were before you met them, if you feel like you're walking on eggshells, if you've become a shell of who you used to be, that's not love, that's survival mode. And you deserve more than survival. If you just got out, the withdrawal is real. The urge to go back is real. The grief is real. You're not weak for missing someone who hurt you. You're human. But please, please don't mistake withdrawal for love. Your body is detoxing from chaos. It's going to feel worse before it feels better. Stay strong. Block the number. Delete the photos. Let yourself fall apart, and then start putting yourself back together. One tiny piece at a time. If you're months out and still struggling, you're not taking too long. There's no timeline for healing from this. Stop comparing your recovery to other people's breakups. This wasn't just a breakup. This was psychological warfare. Be patient with yourself. Get therapy if you can. Find community. And most importantly, start trusting your instincts again. Practice on small things. Does this restaurant feel right? Do I actually want to go to this event? Rebuild that trust muscle slowly. And if you're years out and thriving, thank you for being proof that healing is real. Drop a comment sharing how long it's been, and one thing that's better now. Because the women who are in the thick of it right now, they need to see that the light at the end of the tunnel isn't a train, it's actual sunlight. Okay, last thing I want from you. Answer one of these questions in the comments. What was the moment you knew something was wrong? Even if you ignored it at the time. What's one red flag you wish you hadn't dismissed? What's one boundary you have now that you didn't have before? If you could tell yourself something at the beginning of that toxic relationship, what would it be? What's the best piece of advice someone gave you during your healing? Pick one and answer below. Let's create the support system in these comments that we all needed when we were going through it. Thank you for watching my story. Thank you for trusting me with yours. I'm beyond honored to share this, and I'm genuinely proud to say I'm a stronger, healthier, and happier woman because of what I survived. But more than that, I'm proud to be part of a community of women who refuse to gaslight themselves anymore, who trust their instincts, who know their worth, and who are brave enough to walk away from anything and anyone that makes them feel small. If you found value in this video, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. You might just save them years of pain. And if you want more content on healing from toxic relationships, rebuilding your identity, and learning to trust yourself again, subscribe and hit the bell, because we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one. And hey, you're going to be okay. I promise.